Hello friends and welcome back. My name's BanTech and this is the first episode of my new behind the scenes series, BTS². This series is going to essentially be a look behind the scenes at things we're working on at BanTech Systems. This can be anything from programming to building to graphics work, and today's episode is nothing to do with programming. I'll be showing you the process for making my new social media avatar from my ROBLOX character. So step 1. Open up a blank baseplate like this one. Make sure you've got Already Pro's Load Character plugin, as it saves so much time with loading character appearance. I chose R15, but you could easily do R6 here too. So the next step is to get the pose you're after using the animation editor. You could do this later using the 3D modeling program that we're going to move on to, using rigging, but I'm a beginner when it comes to 3D modeling and I found it easier to just do it here in studio first. So get the pose you want. I went for a simple one with a slight look to the right and slightly bent arms. Then, while it's frozen in this position, right click on your character model and choose Export Selection. Save the OBJ file somewhere that's easy to find. Step 3 is to open up 3ds Max, Blender or whatever 3D modeling program you have access to. Blender is free for everyone, 3ds Max is free for students, and there are others out there too. Import the OBJ file into the workspace and all of the materials with it. Step 4 is to edit this 3D model, so I wanted to remove the face because it looked a little bit tacky, it looks a bit weird with my glasses with the eyes, so this avatar needs to look good, big and small, so I felt that removing the face was the best option. I did this by opening the material editor, sorting out all the materials and bitmaps so that I could see it all, removed opacity modifiers, and then found the material that was used for the head. I then opened the bitmap using Photoshop, but any bitmap editor will do, and I simply removed the face by painting over it with the skin colour and did the same for the tiger tattoo as well. As soon as you save these changes, it's updated in 3ds Max. Repeat this editing process for any other textures you want to change. I made the hair a lot blurrier to make it appear smooth, and the same for the crow's wings. That's just the effect I was going for. You can do whatever you like with these textures. I also cleaned up the glasses by removing the tape here. It looks cool, but when you zoom out it looks a little bit like just a small white dot, so I just wanted pure black glasses to make it simple. So I painted over this tape and then blended in the edges using the blur tool and blurred any harsh lines on the rest of the glasses too. Step 5. Now that we've got the textures where we want them, you have to set up some lighting. So I added a directional light and a skylight to the workspace. The skylight brightens the whole image and softens the shadows from the directional light. And the directional light just makes sure we get that sort of nice shadow of the hair across the face. And then I also placed a camera which lets us position where the render will be taken from. And I'll replace this quadrant view in the top left with the camera view so that we can have a look what will be rendered. And enabling shading here lets us see even better what the render will look like. An important note is to make sure that auto exposure is chosen here from the render menu. Okay, so everything's in place. All that's left is to take the render. You may do this a couple of times, shifting lighting or cameras around, possibly changing the render engine, but when you're happy with it, hit save and save it as a PNG file. So step 7, open that PNG file using your image editor and add a background. So it's optional, it may be useful to have it without a background sometimes to lay your avatar on top of another picture. But I went for a coloured background. I filled a layer below the image with the BanTech Systems brand colour, and then grabbed the gradient tool and made a white radial glow about my head. The glow was because my blue hair and the teal background seemed to clash a little bit, and the gradient just helps sort of ease that in. And finally, step 8 is to crop the picture to whatever size you're after. So I wanted a square image, so I went for a 1:1 ratio and zoomed it in right on my face, but you could pick a different ratio, a different size, completely up to you. And that's it, a stylish new avatar with some realistic lighting and a nice 3D modelled feel to it. Comment down below if you've made your own avatar using this method or another one, and let me know how it turned out. Subscribe for more behind the scenes videos and sneak peeks of our upcoming games, and I'll see you next time.